coming to you recorded
from our studio in Bro, That's My Car, Field, Colorado.
We're Betty Jo and Roy.
And this is Formula Launch. Tragedy struck during the first lap of the first race following the summer break. Lewis Hamilton has been involved in a high-speed incident.
I mean, that dude bounced. He bounced.
He did set off the alarms in that car. He did get a warning from the FIA for not going to the medical tent.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely Hamilton's fault. He did not give Alonso enough room on the inside. He definitely cut him a little wide, and Alonso stuck his ground. Tire got in there, and man, this back of the car 10 11 feet in the air.
And to be fair, he admitted it. He admitted it in the post-race interview. Yep.
He knew he did wrong. Alonso saying some strong words.
Alonso getting very upset for a man who is about to get paid a lot of money by a new team.
I would also say a man without the cleanest history in the past.
And you know, their battles back and forth throughout their entire career, you'd think they would have a little bit more of a respectable argument to be had, but not Fat Fernando.
Nope. But in 19th place, we've got the other upsetting loss of Valtteri Bottas.
The birthday boy.
Yeah, I mean, he was just trying to avoid Latifi. Of course it's Latifi spinning out, and I mean, he might have been clipped, honestly. It didn't look like he got clipped, but he might have been clipped.
Yeah, I think the nose cone just tapped him just a little bit.
But man, he did so good at trying to avoid it and then just got beached, so
yeah,
it's a little upsetting. So you know who we got in 18th place, though? Latifi. Figures.
Nicholas Latifi finishing highest, finishing above the two former Mercedes drivers.
Ooh, beat the Mercedes.
He did beat the Mercedes team of 2021. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. That's a surprise.
Schumacher.
Schumi coming out in 17th place after starting 20th on the grid.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's an improvement.
I mean, it's been a couple of weeks. It's been almost, 10 races since he split a car in half?
It's been about 10 races since he almost died, yeah. That's true. That is true.
Getting better.
It was great to see him and Seb in the Contest of Champions, the soccer team.
Yep.
Team Schumacher did win after Mick scored a hat trick. Seb getting 2 goals of his own.
Let's go.
That was
John
great.
Mickey.
That was good to see. The other Haas of Kevin Magnussen coming out in 16th place.
Significant fall from the beginning of the season. It's kind of disappointing to see.
It's really disappointing. I wonder how much it has to do with their refusal to upgrade throughout the season. They had a decent car at the start. They've been doing it. They have not stopped doing it. They don't have the money to do it. I get it, but
Haas, maybe you should pull out a NASCAR and put your money into F1.
Yeah, Stuart Haas Racing.
Our new $20 million receiver of Daniel Ricciardo, finishing in 15th place, leaving his McLaren seat next year.
I don't know that he's leaving his McLaren seat.
I'll call it leaving. I'll gladly step out.
Kicking him to the curb. Yeah,
Brown, you want to offer me $20 million to stop filming these videos? You got it.
You want to offer me $20 million? I'll do just about anything. Or a race in one of Dale's cars. I'd do that.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I'll get a Monza tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, God, the Monza tattoo. That didn't age so well.
He deserves it. No, that was great.
No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda coming out in 14th place after starting from the pit lane.
Yeah, he did have a good couple of battles. I mean, stuck behind Zhao for the last 20 laps, couldn't do anything about that.
When Gasly were going at it for a little bit, that was nice to see.
Yep, it's good to see that Tsunoda's he's doing all right. He's doing some work.
He's doing all right. Yeah, he's had an all right season so far, and look forward to the next 8 races to see what he can do. Speaking of Zhao Guan Yu, coming out in 13th place, the only Alfa Romano to finish. So good for him on that. He did do the last, I think it was 20 or so laps on a soft tire, so
yeah, he did push it.
Quite surprised that he was able to hold up at that spot.
Yeah, he's trying, man. Again, the mid-pack, it's a tough field. It's tough to get through it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Zhao's been looking all right. He's been looking good all season.
Tsunoda, Zhao, and our 12th place finisher, Lando Norris, were just in a long DRS train for
most of the
majority
race.
of
Yeah,
the race.
they were all just locked up behind a couple of drivers, and they couldn't get out of it. Norris was not very happy with his car. It's kind of disappointing what McLaren's looking like this season.
McLaren has been having a disappointing season. The 2022 regulations, now that we're past the first half of the season, they really have promoted much better racing.
And they've had the new technical director, or whatever, directing towards it, and there's one of the few teams that are not improving.
They've dropped significantly. No more best of the rest.
Maybe they shouldn't be paying their drivers $20 million to leave the seat.
Shouldn't be paying the driver $20 million to leave the seat.
Lance Stroll, P11, 2 Canadians in the top 11. Apparently that's the most useless stat of the night.
That's true. I mean, Latifi did end up in 18th, but they're in the top 11 of the constructors, and 2 Canadians up there. That's a good stat to know. Thank you, Crofty. Lance Stroll will be driving in Aston Martin all by himself next year.
All by himself.
All by himself. Alexander Albon having an amazing weekend here at Spa in Belgium.
Qualified, what, 6th?
6th.
That's before the grid penalties?
He qualified in Q3 on merit, which he has not done yet. That's amazing. He was having a great weekend. He took that Williams up a lot farther than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
Then again, who knows? Maybe replace Nicholas Latifi, and we might actually see the Williams doing something
they were the
decent.
fastest car in Sector 1 all weekend.
All weekend.
So at some point.
And that's just mostly straightaways. I don't know what they're doing there. They got some power.
Yeah, something that summer break really helped the Williams out.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
So it seems. We'll find out. Pierre Gasly in 9th place, starting from the pit.
Both the AlphaTauris starting from the pit. Both of them.
Both great races. Gasly definitely made an improvement by getting 2 points out of the race, but hey.
And he made a great job dodging all of those "are you going to Alpine" comments the entire weekend.
Yeah.
He dodged most of those.
And every year he steps up and gives Hubert a bouquet.
Every year. It's so wonderful to see all of the drivers come together and at least recognize that moment and be there with Antoine. That's
It's beautiful.
class act, folks.
Yep, for sure.
Class act, folks. Speaking of a class act, Sebastian Vettel coming out in 8th place. Really showing Aston Martin what that car can do.
Yeah, Vettel's the man.
Vettel's
flat
the man.
out. Yeah.
It's,
I know you're leaving at the end of the season, but please stay. Please come back as technical director.
Oh,
you would be perfect.
God, I can't wait to see whatever he does with F1. I would love to watch those commentations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7th place.
7th.
Ocon. Good job.
Yeah. Just consistent.
Yeah,
consistent.
straight up consistency. You're keeping the Alpines in it. You're definitely helping. I mean, the Alpines have been looking good this season. You definitely kind of messed up a couple of weeks ago. Gee,
I can't imagine with the way Esteban drives with his teammates why Fernando would be interested in leaving the team. I can't imagine why that would happen. Esteban! Speaking of Alpine, Alonso coming out in 6th place, also where he qualified.
Yeah.
He had a much more interesting race than that would lead you to believe.
He just kind of started some trouble in the first turn, and then he definitely fell through the pack. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought his race was honestly kind of garbage. Not going to lie.
It was not one of his class acts. He does tend to put on the driving school.
This isn't even about like the incident. I just honestly think his race was just kind of garbage. He didn't do much. He didn't pressure like he does. He didn't really defend like he does. It wasn't Alonso. I mean, maybe the crash really got to him at first, and maybe it really hurt the car, but it wasn't. Poor performance, Alonso. I'm sorry.
Maybe Fat Fernando's thinning out.
Another poor performance. Leclerc, Ferraris. Let's talk. God, it's ridiculous.
What's
guys.
there to talk about? Every week we keep on beating this dead horse.
Like, it was a joke at first. You guys were coming out strong, and then you got no chance now. Nothing.
To be fair, coming from 14th all the way up to 5th, that is a 9-place improvement.
You're the fastest car on the grid. It's no offense. It's like that's not that much of an improvement. That's not that great, guys. For years, we've always watched the top team go from the back of the grid to 1st, and you're finishing in 5th. You're getting stopped by the midfield. It's an issue. It's an issue.
Hey, but at least they went out onto softs for that fastest lap attempt.
Yeah, great job.
And didn't get it.
Didn't get it.
You were on. Ooh,
Coffee everywhere.
There was coffee all over the floor. You know what that reminds me of? Georgery Russell coming out in 4th place, one step away from doing a double podium in Spa.
Yeah. I mean, it was about the last few laps. He was really pushing. He was beating. He was catching up by a second a lap, and then
he went off in
39. Yeah, lap 39 just went off. Took 2 or 3 laps to recoup. Never got it back.
Never got quite
good
back
try.
up to it. Yeah.
Good try.
Good try. Russell did have a good race. Just didn't quite. Mercedes didn't have
that
the pace
car.
for him.
That car's garbage for him.
Do love the big numbers on the side. Just keep those.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Just keep those. Those are great.
Yeah.
Podium places. A dead horse that actually didn't get beat by too much. Carlos Sainz, starting from pole position. Just
finished about where you'd expect.
Yeah, honestly, no.
I mean, there's only been 2 names that haven't been announced, and you guys know where we're going.
Carlos Sainz didn't DNF, so that is definitely way up there. There's a lot of gravel at Spa. There's a lot of gravel at Spa.
He did hit it a few times.
He did hit it quite a few times. That is true.
And with the 4th, or what is it, the 21st 1-2 in history for Red Bull, with Perez in 2nd, and then our winner of Max Verstappen coming out in 1st. So a great race by Red Bull. I mean, Verstappen started in what, 15th? I think it was 14th. 14th. The car was 15th.
13th, 1 and 2.
Doesn't
matter.
Came out. He had literally like a 50-second lead by lap 30.
He got up to 3rd place by the safety car.
Yep. Was it the safety car?
No, by lap 8. Sorry,
yeah, there you go. I was like, that seems too quick.
Yeah, by lap 8, he was up to 3rd place.
Red Bulls, I mean, season's done.
Red Bull's kind of unbeatable at the moment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say done. This, it was an 80-point lead. It's gone up drastically.
Yeah.
That's not going to be really able to be beaten.
Who takes 2? Who takes 2 in constructors? That's it. That's where we're at now.
That's true. That's true. I've got my money on the Merc, personally.
Me too.
Coming to you recorded from our studio in Field, Colorado.
We're Betty Jo and Roy.
And this has been Formula Lunch.
Walter Cronkite. Didn't want it anyway. That's all I wanted.
Scranton. What? The Electric City.
Or 15-second or whatever.
TikTok.
Yep.
On the clock. But the party don't stop tonight. I'm a fight.
I already got
until we see the sunlight.